Did you know that we can run an LLM on your local machine like Raspberry Pi 5? Yes, in this video I'll show you how to use Ollama to install Llama 3.2 model on your Raspberry Pi 5. I'll explain the tips and tricks to make sure you don't overburden or overheat your Raspberry Pi 5. Let's get started. First, we need to connect Raspberry Pi 5. So I have already flashed Raspberry Pi OS onto it and now also connected Raspberry Pi Connect. So if I go to Raspberry Pi Connect, here I can see this Raspberry Pi 5 is already online. So I can simply connect it via remote shell. If you are wondering how to add the device to this Raspberry Pi Connect and remotely access Raspberry Pi 5, then you can watch my previous video where I have explained step by step. Now I'll connect by remote shell. So here you can see remote shell is available like this. So once this is available, first thing I'll do is I'll paste a text where it will try to update and upgrade. So sudo apt update and upgrade. So this will do the initial updates. So to get the Llama, first we need to have Ollama. So Ollama, we can consider this as a runtime environment that handles hardware acceleration and dependencies, enabling us to run AI model directly on the Raspberry Pi without internet. So first we need to download this. So we can click on download and go to Linux. So we have this single command from which we can download, and also it will execute official script by which it will detect what is the version and how it can create. So it will also set up the user and try to run it as a background service. So I'll copy this. So once this update will be done, I'll paste that. Now I'll paste the code of downloading Ollama. First, this Ollama will be downloaded, and then using that Ollama runtime, we can download Llama 3.2 or any other AI model. So it will take more than 10 minutes based on the size and also internet speed. Now we can see the Ollama has downloaded completely, and finally you can see a warning that there is no GPU detected, so it will use only CPU mode, which means that the CPU will be kind of overburdened with all the parameters that it has, but still we can try to check like what is the temperature that it is trying to get into. Like we should not cross more than 85 centigrade, then it would be okay. Otherwise Raspberry Pi 5 will protect itself by using throttling and our responses will be slower. So next thing is we need to pull the Llama 3.2. So we can find different versions of Llama 3.2 from Ollama website. So in the library we can see Llama 3.2 has various models. So 3B is the latest one, which has 3 billion parameters. So the parameters can be considered as the vast knowledge that it has. So if it is 1 billion, then it would be less knowledge. It would be 3 million, means it is more knowledge, but it also needs more computation power. So since I want to use less computation power, I'll try to use this 1B. So you just have to copy this, and then you can use Ollama run Llama 3.2-1B so that it will download only 1 billion model. But you can also try this 3 billion model if you have at least an active cooler or a fan with you. So now I'll just paste it here so I can see this. We'll use Ollama pull this model, so it will try to pull it. So you can also see this is 1.3 GB and other one, the 3 billion one, is 2 GB. So I'll try to fast forward. 1.3 GB is already downloaded, and Llama 3.2 with 1 billion, which is ideal for Raspberry Pi 5 because we only have CPU, and that too, like if you have 4 GB variant or 8 GB variant, this would be enough for basic queries. Now next thing is we need to use run command. So Ollama run 3.2 with 1B as a parameter, so that will be running it. So now we can see Ollama has already started and it is asking send a message. So in the meanwhile, what I'll do is I'll also open another Raspberry Pi 5 shell so that I can monitor the temperature. So using this command, I can measure the temperature of the CPU. So I'll run side by side these two commands. So now I can simply ask some of the basic questions. So first question is, I'll try to ask what is the cutoff date of this model and how much data you have. So immediately you can see it has gone to 68 sig. So immediately you can see the 75-degree, and now you can see immediately it has gone to 82 degrees centigrade, and it also given some information that this has been trained until 2021 and it can give you the details on this. And I can also ask what are the topics and concepts you are trained on. Whenever it is trying to process, we can see the temperature is increasing. You can see it is answering web pages, books, social media, forums, databases, etc. So we can ask some of the basic questions as well. So I can use Ctrl C to stop, and then I'll ask what is photosynthesis, explain in layman terms in 2 to 3 lines. So let's see if it can process and generic term it can give you in 2 to 3 lines or not. So now we can see it has given a small description, like it is a process by which plants and they convert sunlight into energy, etc. And everything is given in a short description. Now I can also ask another question, that is, what is the current time? As an AI model, it doesn't have real-time access. So it is saying that I cannot ask that question to it. So it is asking me to go to Google and search it. Now I'll try to ask some medical question. So I've asked about the fever, what would be the medicines that it can suggest. It has given paracetamol or ibuprofen. And you can see the temperature has reached 82 and 86 as well now. So it has finally given a good recommendation and also suggested to meet a doctor. So like this, you can ask any question and then it will give you answer based on its knowledge. And this is how you can run an LLM on locally without internet as well. So if you want to exit this, you can simply use Ctrl D so that it will be exited and this Llama will be stopped. And important tip that I want to give is you can use either this 1 billion parameters or 3 billion parameters, but you need to keep note of this temperature and also try to add active cooling fan with the heat sinks so that the temperature is below the throttling point. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, I'll show you how to create a web page that will look like a ChatGPT so that we can use this Llama using that web page instead of typing in the command prompt. And if you found this video informative, please type helpful and smash that like button. If you are interested to learn how to install Home Assistant OS on Raspberry Pi, then click on the link from the end screen or in the description. Your support means a lot to us and helps us keep creating more content like this. So please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another interesting video.